And we are on.
We're recording. So, episode 5?
Jesus, it's been that long. We haven't recorded in like a month. Yeah, so the mic is right here. I finally figured out that the mic is like in the front.
Okay. So, now it should sound better?
Yeah.
Dude.
Because the last ones is always all echoey.
Dude. Episode 5.
Of
Empire.
Empire what?
Star Wars. Episode 5. It's always the darkest.
Isn't?
Well, Empire was the darkest, right? The middle chapter of a trilogy is always the darkest, right?
See, you know what was so interesting about the Star Wars thing was like those guys are so genius because back then you would never say like you're gonna do 4, 5, and what was it 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah.
Like who would ever think of that? Like everybody was just like 1, 2, 3, but no one's ever gonna do like George Lucas was definitely ahead of the game in terms of like that sort of like attitude.
Yeah.
Like to say like no, this is 4, 5, and 6, and people are like, what are you talking about? Like you haven't even made like what?
Yeah.
Like, why are you going to start making it in the middle?
No, but did you get my point, though?
That it was like...
Well, no, this is our episode 5.
I still think that was a fluke, though, dude. Like, nobody thought that Empire Strikes Back was going to be like, the darkest, most amazing...
Yeah, I know. I'm just making a joke.
Right. Yeah, I know.
This could be our darkest episode.
Well, dude, it's been a minute, man.
It's been pretty, harrowing.
Dude, you were sick.
Last couple weeks.
I mean, the weather was so bad that, even today sucked. Today's like really bad weather.
Today does still suck.
But at least you're not sick, and you're just like, yo, I gotta come out of here. I gotta make. And I totally forgot. Dude. I'm like, I have a bowl of spinach and eggs, and I'm like,
looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
What was that? The what?
I said which looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Nice, thanks. Yeah, I made my own little original dress. Oh, I got sardines in here too. This is basically a keto meal. You know what I'm on, right? I'm on that keto diet, low carb, high fat. So it's got like just everything you would need. Like this meal right here would basically just set you like you'd never have to worry about like, oh, I didn't get enough vitamin this or that.
Yeah, it's got everything you need.
It's got everything. I could probably add like an avocado. That'd probably overkill it on the fat.
Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Can I have a glass of water?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah.
But
tell me what we're doing, bro.
But let me just say this, and then I'll say that.
Oh.
Given how shitty the weather is, how bad the weather is, the fact that we're still doing this shows how committed we are. So we're doing this for you, people who don't like or subscribe. Hint, hint.
Yeah, we haven't even promoted it.
Actually, wait, has anybody... Let me check. Does anybody care about what we're saying or doing? Let me see.
I think it doesn't matter. Yeah, we do this for...
You okay?
I just kicked my foot into the freaking wood.
My man just hurt himself. You're take a second. You all right?
I love how I'm alright. I love how in podcasts people are like, we hate it when they eat in the podcast, but I'm probably...
Who said that?
No, I'm saying like in most podcasts, like I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. Like whenever like his guests are eating or something, like people like go nuts on the comments. We're not gonna have that issue for this episode. I mean, it's not
is it getting in the way of them talking?
No. Well, I mean, it's just like no, when you're talking, they hear you crunching stuff, but it's not a big deal.
I like your impression of eating.
No.
Hey, we have a subscriber. That's not me.
Sure.
Well.
Yes.
Oops. Yeah. Did anyone leave any comments?
Yeah, that one comment, remember?
Like, but I wanted to see if anyone put any comments on our...
that was fun. That was the thing, like, with these podcasts, if you don't do them, like, consistently, like, people don't really listen anymore.
Well, the replacement's got 8 views. That's 8 more than if we didn't do anything.
That movie was so bad. Oh, well, we're high-fiving.
All right, so let's get into this. Otherwise, we're never going to end this episode. So, episode 5, Only God Forgives.
Only God Forgives. Yeah, do your thing. I'm gonna keep chomping on this.
All right. But I said it wasn't gonna get in the way.
No, it's not.
All right.
We're gonna make it cool to eat on the podcast.
All right, I got it. All right, so hold on a second. Only God Forgives. There we go. So, Only God Forgives is an R-rated 2013 American film. Directed and written by Nicholas Winding Refn?
Yeah, is he like Dutch or something? Or?
I don't know. It came out in 2013, like I said. This is the synopsis. Julian, A drug smuggler thriving in Bangkok's criminal underworld sees his life get even more complicated when his mother compels him to find and kill whoever is responsible for his brother's recent death. The movie stars Ryan Gosling as Julian, Kristen Scott something as his mother Crystal, and a bunch of other people you never heard of, I promise.
Yep.
The movie, hang on. Okay, the budget was $4.8 million. Guess how much it made on its opening weekend?
Probably made a lot. Like what? Like 30 million? 47 million?
The budget was $4.8 million. You think it made 30 million?
Yeah.
Go a little lower.
Like 25.
Go a lot lower.
Oh, I mean, like, oh shit, didn't even make any money. It made like $1 million.
Nope.
Made like $500,000.
Opening weekend, 313,000. Gross, 778,000. Didn't even crack $1 million.
Whoa.
I guess that's a big flop.
That's why we're doing it, I guess.
Well, yeah, right. So, let's talk about the cast.
But it's weird though how. I guess did they know about the review? Like, did people get to see previews and then they knew that it sucked? Or that? Well, this is the thing.
I don't know.
You know that like Drive had come out like 2 years before or something, and Drive was like a really amazing movie by the same director.
Yep, same writer and director, and also starring Ryan Gosling.
And if you watch that movie Drive, like you literally think it should have won an Oscar. Like it's that good.
Yeah.
So when this movie came out afterwards, it the previews, the way that they marketed it looked like it was gonna be amazing. Like it looked like the same type of thing, but overseas. You know, like he's in Bangkok and he's not taking anybody's shit. And that type of attitude. And that's why I wanted to see it. You know, I pirated that thing like ASAP as fast as I could, and it was really easy to get too. Which is maybe that's a bad sign nowadays. Like when you can get a movie like in good quality, like literally like a week after it comes out.
Obviously.
So I knew that was like going to be a problem already, but I still watched it. All right, wait, you want to do the cast? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, okay, so Ryan Gosling, what'd you think of him?
Yeah, I think he had a backseat to this. Like, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, so someone on the message board or in a review said he basically played the same character as he did in Drive.
Right.
Right?
But he was like more of like a pussy though. Like a mama's boy versus Drive.
With like a violent side in him.
He didn't have a violent side in this movie.
Of course he did. What are you talking about? He was killing people like crazy.
No, he didn't kill anybody in this movie. He
Yeah,
tried. He tried to fight. He tried, but he...
Maybe I'm misremembering then. But in Drive, he definitely was...
Oh, yeah, Drive was a beast. In Drive, he was like... I remember like some of the reviews of Drive, they were like, he was a white knight Frankenstein. Which basically means that like he's like unstoppable. He's just like, he's just like a Frankenstein. Yeah. But it was awesome. That's like really one of my favorite movies.
He didn't say much in Drive or this movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like his demeanor, like how he would walk and stuff like that.
Right.
But the dialogue in this movie for him was just terrible. Like he wasn't a strong character in this movie.
What did you think of the mom?
Yeah, the first time I saw the movie, I thought the whole movie sucked.
What about the mom?
But the mom, well, that's the thing. I thought the mom was so annoying in the first time I saw it. But in this one, I could tell that she was actually a good actress. Like she tried.
Yeah, I think she, given what the part was, she did a great job.
Second time around, like she did a great job versus the other characters.
You watched it twice?
No, I mean I saw it.
Oh, the second time you saw her, the character. Okay, got it.
I saw it when it came out, and I was like, this is like the worst movie.
Oh, dude,
ever.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm supposed to ask you where your history with the movie was first before we do the cast.
Oh yeah, that's all good. We're doing it right now.
All right, so go ahead. So, did you see this when it came out?
Yeah, I saw it right when it came out. Downloaded. It was like a summer movie. It came out like in the summer.
Okay.
And
so sorry, yeah.
That's the thing. It was like only God forgives. Rick Ross always says that line. He's a rapper.
No, God forgives, I don't. That's what he says.
Yeah, God forgives, I don't. Yeah. So when this movie said, when this
movie thought this was a Rick Ross movie?
I just thought that it was like really cool that they use the same type of terminology. Like it was this is gonna be a gangster. I thought it was gonna be a gangster movie.
Oh, really?
Like Ryan Gosling's in a gangster film where they're just killing people in Bangkok.
This movie needed Rick Ross, let me tell you.
It needed like everything as far as like...
It needed a couple, he does that thing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Way back music, right?
ooh. Dude, Rick Ross has sucked lately, bro. Like his latest album sucked. Like I feel like his rhymes are just like slower and slower, where he just like talks to the microphone. It's like, what are you doing, Ross? I remember when he used to be really energetic and like he would like yell and shit.
All right, well, let's talk about the movie. Well, my history was I didn't see it. I think I remember hearing it about it when it came out, and when I found out that it was the same guy who did Drive,
The Holy Ghost.
I was kind of interested.
Right,
but
so you never saw it.
I didn't know. So I'll say this: like,
You never wanted to see it. You're like, eh.
no, I did. I was surprised to see it had such a low score. I thought it was going to be the same kind of thing as Drive, where people hated it because they didn't understand the kind of movie it was going to be based on the marketing.
But what made you want to choose this movie again?
Because of the director and the fact that it was the guy who did Drive. Because I really like Drive, that's why.
Dude, Drive was so amazing.
So look, I was shocked. I really thought I would like this movie, and it was like underrated.
So for this, you watched it for the first time.
Yeah.
You had never seen it.
No.
Wow.
So I'll say this: the movie is beautiful.
Yeah. Visually, it's nice.
Exactly, and it is very similar to Drive in that regard, right? But here's the thing: like, I had a hard time following this movie.
It's boring.
Yeah, like it's so slow.
And it's corny as hell, dude. The characters are not likable. They're not likable at all.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think in my head. I couldn't even remember who the characters were. Remember the Asian dude?
What's the thing? Like, this movie is about him. Like, he's the hero. The cop guy, the guy that never says anything, he always has a knife in the back of it. He just has a knife just chilling back there. Somehow he just pulls it out of nowhere. He's like, this is my knife.
And he always does it perfectly.
Yeah, he's just like he's like the James Bond of like that.
Knife.
It's almost like they wanted to make a movie that was about him and like he's such a cool guy. And then Ryan Gosling's like the bad guy. Or he's like just the guy that's in the way.
I had such a hard time following this movie because it kept going back and forth between the actual plot and then all these like dreams. So I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, it was not.
There were cool things in the movie, right? Don't get me wrong.
I'd say visually it was cool,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. I looked at this movie like an art house film. Like it's like a very like eclectic movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he spent $4 million, that's a low budget though. But the fact that it didn't make any money, that's hilarious.
Kind of sad though. I mean, I think he's got talent, but it's probably gonna handicap him. This is great though. Like the first review here on IMDb, 10 out of 10. Fascinating, a masterpiece.
Fuck that. Who the hell is that?
I'll tell you because actually, hang on.
I hate when they do that, by the way.
Here, listen. Don't expect to see Drive sequel. It would make no sense. If you don't know, I can't say his name, the guy's movie, you've got to know 3 important things. He makes contemplative movies with a lot of silence and a minimalist screenplay.
Oh, right.
He said, art is an act of violence, so don't expect to see a peaceful movie. Yeah, I can definitely...
No, the movie wasn't even that violent.
Drive is the least representative movie of his style.
Like, Drive had way more violence.
Yeah, it totally did.
And it was like better violence. It was like violence that you're just like, oh my god, that counts.
Here, I like this. What this guy says here. It's simple. Either one loves or hates this film. I loved it. Refn, whatever his name is, Signs, one of his best movies. He assumes completely his style, and in my opinion, proposes to us a real masterpiece.
See, that's the thing, dude. I don't think that they had that attitude when they first saw it. Like, everybody was expecting like a Hollywood Drive type movie. Like, there was nobody that was expecting like, I want this to be an art house film where Ryan Gosling doesn't do jack shit, and he just freaking walks around and like mopes, and he's just like, my mother always knew. It's one of those movies where like, you're like, dude, you're such a mama's boy. You are such a freaking pussy. Like, that word pussy is like the best connotation of what this movie is. Because like, his mom is not even in that area, right? He's apparently this guy that's built up his reputation. Dude, a white guy in Bangkok, like, you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb if you're running drugs or whatever. I think the cops aren't already on you and shit unless you're paying them off. But his mom shows up and out of nowhere she's running things. Oh, you gotta do this. Oh, you gotta do this.
She was cold.
It's just like, and she found like people to kill. She found people to like find, or to try to assassinate the guy.
Son's killer.
It's like, how do you just find that all? She would have had to go to him. He's been there for years, and be like, "Yo, son, help me find some hitmen." Like, how's she gonna find her own hitmen? Doesn't make sense.
I think she was a drug dealer or whatever.
No, she was just
No, back home no.
I don't know.
Yeah, she ran the family or whatever.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Look that up, dude. I don't think she was. I think she was just like literally a mom that.
I don't know. Well, okay, hold on. Before I do that, I want to actually. This is interesting. I want to share some of these reviews.
All right.
So, but I think it's pretty clear we both would agree it's pretty
Yeah, I
bad.
didn't like the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting, right? So the Metascore, right, from Metacritic, 37. And that's out of 39 reviews, but they're all over the place. So
Right.
Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian gave it 100 and said, "Only God Forgives will understandably have people running for the exits and running for the hills. It's very violent, but the
Very violent.
director's bizarre infernal creation, an entire created world of fear, really is gripping. Every scene, every frame is executed with pure formal brilliance." Now, on the other side of the scale, 1, 2, 3 people give it zeros, including New York Daily News, New York Observer, and the Chicago Tribune. Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune said, "This is the worst, least, dumbest picture made by people of talent this year." Wow. New York Daily News, John Neumeyer said, "Whether one thinks Only God Forgives is laughably awful, like for instance Showgirls, The Color of Night, or Battlefield Earth, or just plain terrible, awful, depends appropriately on how much you're willing to forgive it." Ah, that's funny. This is great. Rex Reed, New York Observer. In Cannes, one wag described it as cinematic defecation in print.
Nice.
I'd like to top that one, but as James Agee used to say, "I know when I'm licked." Wow. It's interesting how divided these reviews are. It seems to me when you have a movie like that that's so artistic or somewhat conceptual or abstract, right? Then you have reviews that are sharply divided.
Like, you know what? It's funny, man. Like, I went to film school.
What?
I was in film school.
You really?
Yeah, University of Texas Austin.
You got a degree in film?
Trust me, man. Like, it's like the worst decision I ever made. I should have never gotten to film school. I should have tried to get like a degree in like engineering or some shit.
That's cool. I didn't know you had a degree in film. That's perfect for this show.
Right, dude. Come on. Why do you think I do like photography and all that stuff?
Nah.
I'm in the music, man. Anyway, we would have to sit there and watch these like movies, right?
Uh-huh.
Movies just like Only God Forgives, like
Right.
movies just like that, where it's like a shitty movie, but like, you know, the way that director it accentuates the like. This movie to me was a really red movie, right? Like they use red in everything, and like I'm sure that like in film schools they're like just they're jerking off about this movie. There's like it's so amazing. Oh yeah, oh my god, look at it. I mean, it's cool. But like in the end, man, it's like it's just hard to make movies, man. Like, it's really hard to put a movie together. The shooting schedule. If you think about how to actually make a movie, if you forget about all the artistic part, like how to actually put it together, get the crew, the cast, like who are you gonna hire, the management.
Yeah.
It's a shit show, dude. It's like literally like a circus. Like you're literally creating your own town from the ground up. You're saying like we're gonna build a little town here. We're gonna have the village here, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna have it's madness. Anyway, like my whole point was that when you're watching a movie like Only God Forgives, I think a lot of these reviewers, I think that they're either they probably know the business or they're in the mix where they're just like, it's such a beautiful movie, I have to love it, even though it's not anything entertaining. Like the script sucked, like the writing to me was just, I just the pacing was just off.
Yeah, that made it. I mean, look. So I'll say this, right? Like, I'm not a film buff.
That's what I'm saying. Like in these film schools, it has nothing to do with like, oh, when the films. Like, dude, who cares? Like you know what entertainment is. You know what a good movie is. Like anybody that's saying that this movie is really good is like literally just out of their mind because like who would want to sit through this?
Let me say what I was gonna say, right? So I'm not a film buff or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Everybody's
a film buff though.
What I'm trying to say is like there are aspects to filmmaking that I'm not aware of. Right? I totally understand, right?
Right.
So I can understand from some people's perspective why there may be things that they appreciate about this movie and the way it was made. But from an entertainment perspective, yeah, I wasn't entertained. It didn't work for me. I can appreciate certain aspects of it. Like I said, it's beautiful, right? The story, or at least the premise, I think is interesting, right? And it would make for a great film.
Yeah.
But it didn't, the way it was done, it didn't work. I couldn't follow what was going on. It was so slow. Maybe I don't get it. I don't know.
It seemed like the script was half written. Like it seemed like there wasn't even a script. Like as if they were just like literally just trying to shoot the movie without a script.
Really?
That's what it really felt like. It felt like they didn't have any script. Like, and the movie was really short. You saw how long the movie.
That's funny.
Right?
It felt like it took 3 hours.
Dude, look at how long the movie is,
All right,
man.
let's see.
You're gonna be like blown away. You're gonna be like, what? It's only like an hour long. It's like an hour long, literally.
What the hell is it?
It's like weirdly short.
What the hell is it? 90 minutes, hour and a half.
Really? It's 90 minutes. That's it.
It felt like 3 hours.
Only an hour and a half. I guess hour and a half movies are really short now.
Nowadays, yeah, because every movie's like 5 hours long.
Every movie's like hour and.
You can't have a movie unless it's 2 hours now.
It's what was that movie? Did they play that at Cannes or something?
That one review mentioned Con, so I'm assuming, yeah.
It's weird how Cannes gave Hacksaw Ridge that standing ovation.
Ooh, listen to this. In an earlier this is trivia, in an earlier version of the screenplay, Chang, the Asian dude, didn't use a sword. He used anything that was at his reach. This is great.
What?
They listed quotes, right? From Julian. Go.
That's it. That's the quote.
That's probably the only word he said in the whole movie. Oh, God.
I mean, in this movie, there's like they kept showing these like karaoke scenes. They made no sense whatsoever in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, who cares? I'm like, I don't care about karaoke. Maybe, and then I kept thinking about like how maybe over there like they like karaoke so much that like it's amazing.
Well, yeah, isn't karaoke big in Asian culture?
Yeah, but
Look, I don't know. This movie,
whoever they made this movie for, it definitely wasn't for Americans, and it definitely wasn't for people over there. But I wouldn't even know. I've never been over there, so.
Bangkok?
Yeah, I've never been to Bangkok.
Country of origin on the page is Denmark, France, USA, and Sweden.
Yeah, they probably shot it everywhere.
No. I don't think it means... Actually, what does that mean?
I think they probably shot it everywhere.
You think they filmed some of this in Denmark?
Bangkok.
No,
Denmark.
There's no Bangkok here.
Yeah, they probably shot that. He's from Denmark.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Gotta keep the money going, bro.
This got awards.
Like, what do you mean? What kind of awards?
The Bodil Awards. Best Supporting Actress for The Mom, yeah. It was nominated at Cannes for... What does that say? I don't know how to say that. The Palme d'Or? The director won it, or was nominated, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, no. It was nominated for a Bodil Award in 2014. Let me see what it won. It was nominated for a Golden Schmoes Award, Trippiest Movie of the Year.
I mean, dude, it's a smart movie to have.
What the hell? This is nominated, I'm sorry. It was nominated for a Golden Trailer. What the?
I mean,
hold on. Sorry. Guess what it won?
What?
Wow. Guardian Film Awards won the So Bad It's Good Award. And the other one it won from the Internet Film Critics Society, most underrated film.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. Like, I don't think these people know what's going on. I don't think they know what reality is.
Dude, that's the Internet Film Critics Society. How much more cred can you have?
That society, I wonder what they're doing now. Who is the Internet Film Critic?
What do you mean? It's the Film Critics Society on the internet. They got more cred than two
What are they up to
random
now?
dudes on the internet talking.
What are they up to now? What are they doing? What are they reviewing, or what did they give another prize to? I want to know if they're still around.
Hang on, let me see. IFCS.
The film critics.
No, wait, sorry. IFCS is Institute of Foreign Credential Services.
I mean, this movie came out before the Pines movie.
What?
Was that movie with the Pines with what's that shit called? Something Pines.
What are you talking about?
Like Ryan Gosling's in another movie called something about the Pines with I can't remember that guy's name. Bradley Cooper. Some other chick. This chick's hot though. Anyway, that came out before this. So that came out, I think, that next year. Yeah, just go to Ryan Gosling's whatever filmography. But he basically plays the drive guy again in that movie.
Well, yeah, you wanted to hear about the IFCS, right? I found it. So you want to hear the 2016 Internet Film Critics Society Award winners?
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you.
I want to see what this group is.
They got a cool website, I'll say that.
How can they call themselves the internet of the internet?
Wow, it's blank. No, here we go.
They probably got good funding to
I got it.
to get a mobile website like that.
I'm sure this is a legit word, dude.
I'm saying, like,
Okay, ready? Best drama, Moonlight.
I've never seen that. Is it good?
I never saw it. Best comedy, Everyone Wants Some. Sorry, Everybody Wants Some. I never heard of that. Best horror or science fiction, Arrival.
Arrival. I tried to watch that. It's okay.
Best action film, Hell or High Water. Never heard of that. Best actor, Ryan Gosling, La La Land.
Hello High Water is pretty cool. I saw that.
What kind of film? What genre is that?
It's a like a bank robbery movie.
Okay. Who's in it? Anyone?
It's set in like Texas. Jeff Bridges, the guy from Star Trek, the Kirk guy.
Chris Pine.
Yeah, and then the other guy from that guy's a good actor too. The other guy. What was the other guy's name?
Zachary Quinto.
No.
From Star Trek.
No. It was Chris Pine, and then the other guy, his brother in the movie is I forgot the guy's name, but he was in that one Mark Wahlberg movie with the soldiers.
I know what you're talking about. But I didn't see
Lone
it.
Survivor.
Okay. Best actress, Ruth Negga in Loving.
Ben Foster.
Ben
Foster. Is that him?
Whatever. Best actress, Ruth Negga in Loving. Best director, Damien Chazelle for La La Land. Best experimental film, The Lobster. Most underrated film, American Honey. And worst film, Independence Day Resurgence.
It's not bad.
So they got some credit.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Now you wanted to know about Gosling's filmography. There we go. Curious to know what this movie is talking about.
Behind the Pines or Behind the Green Pines or some shit. Something Pines. Like Eva Mendes was in there? Not Eva Mendes. What's the other girl's name? I would get her and Eva Mendes confused. Always get it confused, yo.
Hang on.
The boys are back in town.
He's done 41 movies.
Dude, I want to see La La Land, but I'm just not into those like musicals.
The Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah, like the stupidest name ever.
2012.
When I saw that movie, I thought it was like a Lifetime original movie, but for the theater. Who's the chick that's in it? She's freaking smoking. She's
Eva Mendes?
Yeah, okay, I guess it was her. I guess that is her name. I get her confused with the guy that Tony Parker married. Tony Parker used to be married to some chick that kind of has the same name.
Let me look it up. Who's Tony Parker?
Basketball player for the Spurs. He's from France.
Tony Parker wife. Let's see.
They got divorced already, though.
Ava Longoria?
Yeah, there you go. Ava Longoria and Eva Mendes. I'm always like, what the fuck?
He's married to Axel Francine now.
I got married again. It's weird how like these people have to make themselves get married.
She's a journalist. Right?
She hot? Yeah, she's definitely hot. Look at those fake boobs. Boom! I like it when fake boobs look real. Like, that's how you can tell that they're like
Don't
really.
they all look real?
No, some look like so like robotically structured, where it's like just too perfect. I mean, dude, the way you can tell boobs are fake is because at a certain age, like your boobs don't look like that. Like they're not firm.
Right.
You don't have firm boobs when you're 37 or whatever.
Yeah, mine are already starting to lose their firmness.
I do push-ups all the time.
Yeah, to help your boobs.
Mine always stay nice and firm.
Yeah.
Nice and firm. For when we're doing podcasts, so you guys can hear a nice sensual voice.
Is that your sexy podcast voice?
My podcast voice. My throat's all dry for some reason. I'm eating this damn salad. This damn salad.
I thought it was from watching this dry ass movie.
This dry ass movie definitely did it. Yes, the movie sucked. Ryan Gosling is I mean, his career never suffered, obviously, and the director. I think the director went on to do some really good stuff. I think he's. What else did he do? I think he's making some pretty good movies.
Let me see. Hang on. I just got a little distracted by something. Ooh.
Yeah, the mom. She was probably like a really strong character, but the way she dies in the movie is just so like lackluster.
Yeah, that was a little anticlimactic.
It's like the whole movie's anticlimactic, like the way that things occur.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, all right, hurry up, get to the next scene. All right, hurry up, get to the next scene. It's just it doesn't make sense anymore, man. Like I'm tired of movies. I get it, man. Movies aren't easy to make, and the fact that this guy is actually a skilled guy. He's a really talented director. You know, it's just an accomplishment to say, hey, somebody wants to give me money to make this with my talent. I mean, you can't hate on that. And every time I see a movie like Only God Forgives, it always brings me back to like, oh yeah, they're making movies. It's a business, and like there's a cast and a crew and the director and the cinematographer. You know, when a movie's really good and entertaining, you forget about all that.
Yeah.
Like the movie's just a story, and you're just like, I want to be in this. I want to get sucked into this. I don't care who did the hairdressing and who did, but like Only God Forgives makes you realize that like there was an accountant in this, and they did this, and they crunched the numbers. Like you literally start thinking about all the ways like of how they put this film together, and it takes away from like what a movie's about.
So I got a second. So after Only God Forgives, he did a movie last year. Wow. Called The Neon Demon.
Anything about it?
It's a horror thriller. It got a 51 Metascore. The synopsis says, when aspiring model Jessie moves to Los Angeles, her youth and vitality are devoured by a group of beauty-obsessed women who will take any means necessary to get what she has.
Did it get any traction, or is it just kind of like a fade away? Like, does it look like a movie that you'd want to check out? Like, how did I miss this?
The fact that it got a 51 kind of makes me interested, but
I'm thinking. Do you think that he got You think that he got affected by making such a terrible movie? They're not going to give him any other shot.
well, I don't know. This movie cost $7 million to make. Guess how much its ultimate gross was?
Probably like 10.
A little lower.
Oh, did it even make its money back and made like 6 million or what?
Nope. 1.3 million.
Wow. He might be done.
So I actually would watch this movie.
They're probably not going to give him any more money to keep making movies.
You're not curious why they gave him money to do this one?
Oh, you know how it always is. He's in the right mix.
I noticed this though, right? He is not the only person who wrote it. This time there's 2 other people listed.
That's how it always is, though. Like most scripts, like
No, the last 2 movies it was just him.
no, I'm saying most scripts though, like a ton of people help write it. Like he probably gave it to someone to like review. They kind of helped him with the draft. He might have been having some problems, but like on the credits though, because of like how the unions work or whatever, like he gets the credit of being the writer or whatever.
I was assuming maybe they were like, we got to get some people to review this because his last 2 movies weren't so great. So.
I mean, he probably collaborated with. It's easier to just have other people help you write.
Right.
So he probably collaborated with them or whatever. Usually, if it says written by this and this and this person, it usually means that like
one of them did the majority and the rest just reviewed it.
Right.
And, like added to it.
There's always like one person that always puts in more,
Yeah.
and the other people kind of like help.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so hard to make a genius script that like just having someone sit next to you, they might be your lucky charm, and they helped you come up with all the ideas or whatever.
Right. Speaking of ideas, did you see they announced the name of episode 8?
Oh yeah, The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. Like nothing's ever gonna impress me about Star Wars anymore. After this one that just came out was just. I mean, I didn't see Rogue One, but the one before that was just horrible. You don't kill Han Solo like that, dude. You don't do it to Han Solo.
Spoilers, brother. Some people may not have seen that movie.
Oh, he's still alive. I mean, Carrie Fisher dies. Oh.
We don't know that.
Oh. because she actually died in real life. That's what I'm trying to joke.
She died after they finished filming, though.
Right, but I'm trying to make it seem like she dies because of something with the movie. If people haven't seen it, to try to surprise them.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, right. When Carrie... Yeah, I remember now. That's right, duh.
She dies of a heart attack.
Because after she has sex with Chewbacca, she has a heart attack, right?
Dude, so I listen to this philosopher online. His name is Stefan Molyneux.
Mm-hmm.
And he always does like the truth about... Like he did the truth about Robin Williams when he died. He did the truth about Carrie Fisher when she died. And he talks about... The guy's just a freaking madman. Like he's a voracious reader. He does tons of research. He has like one or two guys on his team to help him get research, and then he'll read all the stuff. Mm-hmm. And he does a presentation. Like he'll put the camera like right in front of his face, and he'll just record, and he'll just talk in front of the camera, and he'll explain like her whole life story, and then in between, while he's explaining her history, he'll go into like, why she did this, why she suffered from drug use. And he's like he's a philosopher. He's a philosopher. He's a skeptic. He's an anarchist. But he also majored in history. He has like a master's in this and whatever. His wife's a psychologist. And so the whole point is that like Carrie Fisher, he talks about, I listened to it, right? Mm. He talks about like why she was who she was, and like this and this depression. Her mom it was crazy, dude. Anyway, she was like never loved or something. Like her parents, her mom was obviously divorced.
Sounds familiar.
She had no attention. Dude, Harrison Ford had sex with her. I think they were having like a party after the first episode, episode 4, and she was like in that she was like 20 or something, like really young, and she was in that phase where she was like so vulnerable. So I think what happened was he gave her some like drug. They did like cocaine together or something, and they had sex. And I think, and he was married with 2 kids or something like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So basically, Stefan Molyneux or whatever was basically saying like, yeah, Harrison Ford was an asshole. It was like he took advantage of this girl when she was at her most vulnerable or whatever. She's like, insistent on using drugs, and I realized, he always talks about like how to parent and stuff like that, and he talks about how people who are neglected in some way. Anyway, people from like single parent households, like they're usually looking for something to help fill the void, which is why they're always either addicted to drugs or whatever. And she fit that role. Yeah. And it's just crazy how Harrison. I used to think Harrison Ford was like the man, and after
I could tell the guy was an asshole.
But I thought he was like a guy that
like
wasn't
a stand-up guy.
I guess you think about it, yeah, he could be an asshole. He could be a dick.
Just look at the way, like the movies he's done recently, the way he's been about it. He's been a fucking dick.
Yeah, he has been a dick. What's he done lately? I mean, he did in Star Wars, but
Indiana Jones.
That was just terrible, man.
Those stupid that stupid ass movie he did. Can't remember the name. Some bullshit movie.
What was it about?
I don't know, a bank robbery or some bullshit. I don't know.
Bank robbery?
I don't know. I don't even care.
Anyway, yeah. So The Last Jedi.
Did you notice that the Star Wars wording was in red instead of yellow?
You know what they're gonna do? Like, it's gonna be Mark Hamill's last movie. They're gonna kill him off because he's the last Jedi. There's gonna be a whole new era.
Maybe not. But did you hear what I just said? The letters were in red.
So?
You know who's directing and writing this, right?
No, who?
Rian Johnson.
Who's Rian Johnson?
Oh, God. You don't know anything about this movie, but you're already judging it?
No, I haven't even looked into it, no.
Oh, my God.
All I know is that, Abrams is always going to be producing or something, right?
He's executive producing. So basically, he's not doing anything.
What does that mean? He's just giving money to it?
He just stands in the background and goes, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Put that in.
They're like, Abrams is right over there. He gives me the thumbs up. All right, cool. We're doing good.
From what I can tell, they're giving this dude some pretty, open freedom in making this film.
All right, so who is this Johnson guy, then? What did he do?
He did Looper.
Okay.
What was that movie? Brick, I think it was.
I never saw that. It's good?
I didn't see it either.
See, Looper was a cool movie. I like the originality of it, but there's something not right about it. I don't know why.
Well, whatever. I think he's a good choice, and they seem to give their people some freedom in what they're creating, so I think, it'll be interesting.
Dude, you want to talk about creative, bro? Like, if Star Wars did what Logan's about to do, then I would give them like all praise. You seen
What,
Logan?
I think I've seen the trailers.
Dude,
I'm
rated
not
R.
all excited about that.
Rated R.
Okay. Dude, it's Disney. They ain't making no R-rated films. Are you crazy?
It's Fox 20 or whatever.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Logan.
No, I know. I'm saying Disney makes Star Wars. They're not going to make an R-rated Star Wars. So
No, I'm not saying they need to be R-rated, but I'm saying they need to be darker. Like dark. Like
this might be dark.
I doubt it.
Like Empire.
No, I doubt it. I think Rogue One was probably the darkest though. I never saw it though. You said it wasn't that
It
good?
wasn't even dark.
Really?
People say dark, but they don't know what that actually means.
All I know is that like Logan is dark.
You mean violent? What's so dark about it?
I mean, Logan looks like it's a dark movie, like where it's like really dramatic, where they're just
Yeah, like violent and it's dramatic. The
Right.
themes are like
the theme, like
serious.
Professor X is like all messed up and like, ugh. And Logan's all
Look,
like,
I think this is going to be dark. The second act of a 3-act trilogy is always the lowest point. It's always the darkest, like the Dark Knight.
But I mean, all right, let's try to find a Disney movie that you can say was like epically amazing, and for adults, and still held it down for like I guess because they always make everything for kids.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3?
Yeah,
Never saw it.
I actually cried during that movie.
I only liked the first one. I tried to see the second one. I wasn't into the second
I
one.
never saw the second one.
I guess I didn't even see the third one.
But look, I don't cry at anything.
Why'd you cry about the third one?
I don't know. There was a scene at the end. I don't want to give it away. It was.
It's funny because they say that Toy Story 3 is like one of the best movies ever.
It was great. I was shocked at how good it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the best movie that they've ever done was like The Incredibles or Pixar.
Yeah. Okay.
I think The Incredibles is like hands down. They're making another one, but
Oh yeah.
the first one to me, 2004 when it came out, it was amazing.
That's impressive. You remember that? Jeez.
Yeah, because I had a girlfriend and we went to go see it together, and then afterwards we fought.
About the movie?
I think it was weird. This was at that time where I was like, I wanted to have sex like every 5 minutes.
But
So
not-
like,
not
and
like
she
that
was,
anymore?
definitely not.
You don't want to have sex every 5 minutes.
I don't have sex every 5 minutes. But back then I was like, literally,
Cool.
I expected. No, it's not even that. I expected the girl to like just be compliant with it,
Yeah.
and she was always like, no, and I was just like, dude, like you're making this so hard on this.
You said dude to her?
I was like, what are you? I remember I literally had like a talk with her where like we were in her apartment because she lived by herself, and I was like, I literally said something like, if I think about it, like I think my argument was like, I want to have sex, and you should just be okay with that, or something like that. It was like the dumbest. It was like the dumbest explanation, and I forgot what she said, but she was like, no, this and this and this. I remember back then thinking I was like, I should have just broken up with her. I should have just walked out, been the man. But I was like, I don't know, maybe my argument wasn't that good. But it was like funny how like I could literally want to just say, hey, like I want sex whenever I want it. Like why are you trying to be an asshole?
I don't know what to say. So, okay.
It was hilarious.
You know what, though, I just noticed?
The Incredibles was such a good movie that
No.
like, even though we were fighting, like it was just a good movie. We were like sitting there enjoying it. All right, yeah, what were you saying?
Did you realize that this actually, I think, did end up being our darkest episode?
Oh, we could.
Talking about, like, Carrie Fisher getting raped, and the movie we're talking about is super dark.
Got dark. I think Harrison Ford's wife left him because of that. Like she found out.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
It's dark.
It's all shitty outside. The next episode's going to be, like, super happy and positive.
This is positive. We're just reflecting right now, man. We're reflecting.
Talking about people getting raped and shit.
Yeah, man.
Alright, anyway. So, Only God Forgives. It sucks. Don't even watch it. It's that bad. Don't waste your fucking time.
It's like one of those movies where, like, if you like artsy movies, then, like, enjoy it for the artsiness.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm saying, like, you should have that movie on without the sound. Like, you don't even need any volume.
But we agree it's that bad, right?
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
So, what do you guys think? Is it really that bad? Or are we being too harsh?
Yeah, we're being, like, are we not giving it enough fairness?
Leave a comment below. Like and subscribe. If you agree, tell us. If you think we're a bunch of idiots, tell us. If we don't understand the movie, tell us.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny too. I listened to this one guy named RICKY, the Android guy. He's like an Android guy, and he does like these like streams where he'll like do like, hey guys, I'm gonna answer questions, but like every like 5 minutes he'll be like, leave a question in the comment section, subscribe. Like, he literally is like maniacal about bringing it up. And I know that we're like terrible about that. We're like the opposite. We're just like, oh shit, you're supposed to subscribe, right? Oh yeah, subscribe. It's just weird how that guy goes out of his way to like always say that. It's annoying as hell too when I'm listening to him. But he's got really good information about Android.
Okay, would you focus 1 second here?
I just wanted to say about the whole subscribe thing. It's like, what we're talking about. Good job making an effort though to get people to subscribe.
No, see, look, if you really think we're full of shit,
Yeah, comment. Definitely comment. That's the cool thing about the YouTube comments, man. They're like the best.
You know who's gonna leave the comments? The Internet Film Critics Society.
Like he was talking about us.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if we put like a little tag, if we tag them, what was it, IFC?
IFCS.
IFCS.
Okay, so next week, Zoolander 2?
Yeah, I guess so, man. That movie does not look interesting. I am not looking forward to watching that, man. Oh my god. Like, I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm just like, no, please. Like, I saw like the first 5 minutes of it, and I just literally had to like press stop.
Well, hold on. You're spoiling the next episode.
Dude, are we gonna actually get to do it next week though? It might be like 2 months from now.
No. We'll do it. I've dealt with what I needed to deal with so that my well-being issue won't be a problem anymore.
You know what it was? I'm glad you broke up with your girl, bro. You had to do it, man. You had to get out of the way.
What are you talking about?
Take too much of your time.
What?
That's what you did, right? Yeah, man. Now he's
I said
back.
well-being. What the hell are you talking about?
Now he's back, guys. You see, he was with a girl. She took up all his time. She wasted all his time, and then now he's back. All right, good.
Next Tuesday, the 31st. Yeah, next Tuesday, yeah. So be on the lookout for the next episode next week.
See, this is what happens when we can't do the episode, because she probably locked him down.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, guys, so tune in next week. Hopefully this thing came out alright. Hopefully the mic was low. That should be fine.
Let's test it.
Yeah, I have to play.
What is that for? Just to hold it up?
Yeah, just hold on.
Oh,
I'll put it on the ground, it's like going to be freaking lower.
I thought it was actually doing something.
No, it's just doing it.
Try it, test it, let's see.
Alright, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe. Peace.